from what I've observed, is a lot better than what it was maybe a few seasons ago. But as we were talking, it is a 4-on-2 situation. 54 seconds left on the clock. 28th Maori Battalion have penetrated this A-bomb site. Well, I can't do that reference on there. It's a bit too naughty. But Taser, the last man standing, and now he is coming from the front of A. We'll take down Sub-Zero though with the AK-47. Pops the smoke down into the front of A. We'll use that as a distraction. Does a bit of a tricky jiggle jump, and is trying to do his best impersonation of Michael Flatley from Lord of the Dance. Doing his little tap dance here and there, but as he moves on to the statue with the AK-47, it cops some into the face, the head, the body, and of course his arms by the 7.62mm rounds from Native's AK-47. 5-2 on the scoreboard, on the OzGamer scoreboard, OzNet scoreboard. Gotta give a shout out to our sponsors, Midcost, and we are still way into this first half, plenty of rounds to go.
Yeah, that's right. Taser had the little the comms from his, everybody's yelling at him in Ventrilo. There's one at Cap, there's one at A-Bins. He was doing the left, right, couldn't pick him up. The native has already got a kill. Natters has got the techie on the bottom of the B building there. Near the Chinese is Minsky's looking around the corner, seeing if he can pick up his man. Natters gets poked at through the wall. Minsky finishes him off in the back. He's dropped the bomb at the front of... No, he hasn't. He hasn't dropped the bomb at all. He's been dropped out the front of the butchers, as now it looks like a little bit of a V push. Zavrix and Sub-Zero, their scope, are standing on the flowers there. Native's got the Minsky around the double palms there, so now it's all up to Sirius with the Deagle. He's around the corner from Zavrix. Zavrix is walking.
Oh, he's got the bomber too.
And now Sirius has the 47 and the 47 and the 74U. He's on the Chinese building. He's firing around the corner. He's taking down Medic, and Native was following him close behind and is taking down the Sirius. Not so serious now, are we? As 6-2 on the OzGamer scoreboard here, DA.
That was quite unfortunate. He went in for a hip fire shot instead of scoping in. He had the location of the bomb, took one down. It was a 1v3 and he was in a superior position. He was in the position to manipulate the enemies to what he wants them to do, and he did not do that. He just gave away his position and eventually copped one. So 4v4 situation as Nadas gets dropped. Sorry, not Nadas. Yeah, actually he does get dropped. He gets dropped by the Jono. Before that, he took down Techie though with a very nice geek nade. So Jono will come up to the second floor of the plant shop and take down Zavrix, who came around the corner. Though Sub-Zero will pick up his weapon. He has an AK-47 and the scope now, and Jono will be in the plant shop. So Sub-Zero probably going to rotate to the connector. Yes, he will. Pops a nade into the second floor of the plant house. Jono hears it, runs off, and will live another day. He will not die another day, but he will live for the remaining of this round, hopefully. 4-2 on the player count, situation, player count, whatever you like to call it. 43 seconds left on the clock. 6-2 on the scoreboard so far, so we are into the 9th round, halfway through the 9th round, coming into the last 30 seconds, critical seconds before the little music will start playing. And there we go, music starts playing and my phone starts ringing. So hopefully I can just answer that and John will take over.
How unprofessional is Mintz? He's skinning at the guard. He's looking around, doing a couple of left and right. Taser's taking down the big native as Native was trying to run in through the cafe. He's got another one. He's got it in the form of the Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero is also trying to do the same thing. So Taser is about to receive a check from the council because he is absolutely steamrolling here today. He's on the 9 for 6, topping his team. Native looks to getting the same check. I think he's on the 11 for 6 as we're starting the new round as Native crossing the road into Cafe. He's doing the little smokes, the little flashes now. No, it was a smoke. He's moving his way into Cafe, doing the crouch jump. He's in the cafe now, looking around. Jack gives permission for his team to move in. Natus gets heavily tagged as he's trying to move in. Decides to move back out, just into the back of the cafe area there. Zavrix pokes on Jono as Jono was on the, I believe he was running around the front of the long somewhere there. As Minsky's jumping around the cafe, the garage there, looking at all these guys running around the cafe. You can hear them, you can see them, but he's just not taking any pokes out. He's going to bide his time. There's a couple of guys on A-bin as well. There's the big tech man who got dropped by the medic, I believe. No, that's not true. The medic is over at B. He's doing the flanking thing. This medic man is the scopes in the top B. The scope for the SOF guys is in the top B. Tases on double arms as Minsky jumped up on the car, on the red car in the garage, and taken one down. Serious taser, both headshots. Sub-Zero and Medic, both on the flank, have gone down. Minsky's decided to run in. He's firing shots at the native. Native popped down and got a couple breath. He's caught his breath for a couple of seconds. Something that I need to do. And Natus has cleaned up the Minsky.
Headshots all around.
The native. As these SOF guys haven't lost a headshot yet, so it's all up to Natus. He's seen the bomb dropped in the A site here as he's going for the knife. He's going for the knife! He missed it! And Sirius cleaned him up with a scope. Oh, big Natus! He was trying to get the knife on Taser, who was sitting at the A bin, but he just missed it. And Taser jumped around and looked to his left, looked behind him. As just then, Sirius has cleaned him up totally. So it's 6-4 on the Oz Gamers scoreboard right now. There's 2 rounds left till the half DA.
Well, you know what, Don, on the last round, you know, the 28th Maori Battalion on foresight, they thought they could do it. On hindsight, they knew they shouldn't have done it. But then again, they had no sight since they all took a bullet to the head. And a big, massive round of headshots from the SOF boys. But we're coming into the 11th round of the first half. One more round remaining after this. 1 minute, 12 seconds on the clock. Jono will pop Medic down before copying some bullets. He will regen, though, to live, once again, live another day. So he's living, he will star in the James Bond sequel twice. 5v2 situation right now as Teki will drop the native, and that will be bad news for 28th Maori Battalion. Zavrix and Sub-Zero, the last men standing. Zavrix will take down the Minsky with the AK-47, dropping him from the bottom of mech. I think that was towards the mid-chops or towards the concrete steps / backstab, but now it is 2v4. Zavrix spots Teki as he tries to do the sneaky James Bond down the mid street, will get dropped just like the Pink Panther did, and now it is 3v2. Enough movie references, I think, Don, for this cast, or we might have some more later on. I don't know, it's just coming to me today naturally. But Zavrix does a bit of a knife dance, knifes the fridge in plain sight of the SLF boys, and Salah survives but dies as he goes behind the wall. So who figures it's a weird day. Sirius will drop Sub-Zero though, as the B-scope battle happens from the cafe towards the back coconuts of A, and that will bring in 6-5 on the scoreboard in favor of the Maori Battalion, still having a 1-round lead advantage.
This man Taser, walls don't seem to phase him whatsoever as he's just taken him down as he was moving into the cafe. There's a lot of nicotine on the middle of the road now as these Maori Battalion boys dare to cross. Zavrix hasn't crossed, Medic hasn't crossed as well. So we do seem to see the native man all at the back of cafe by himself as they are watching him very, very closely. But we do have the Sub-Zero pushing around. He's not watching the cross, he's not watching the road, he's not watching anything at all. He's watching B side as I think there might have been a call from Natus who's in the long. There's someone moving around your flank, mate. So there's Jono, that's him. There's Jono moving around the flank. He's moving around. He gets nailed by Zavrix, nailed by Medic, and nailed by Sub-Zero, who are watching him the whole time. Natus has dropped the Minsky man as he was trying to move to the garage, so they do have this street under control, as it seems at the moment, as there's 2 people on the double palms here at the A, which is the tech man. There's also one. Where is he? I've lost him. No, Taser's moving through B. Taser's moving around the back of Cafe. Now he's moving into B. You can hear a lot of smoke, a lot of nades as these 28th Maori Battalion guys are moving in. The Natus has taken down the Techie as Techie was moving around, moving through the B area. Natus got the Deagle kill, but Native snatched it up for him in the form of the Taser man. And Sirius has got his Deagle out. He's running at A bin. He's taken down by the Medic. He couldn't even move. He was getting hammered from all directions. As there's more tradie references, I think, from me,
Well, could be tree, or let's forget about the second reference. Once again, not for the air. Sorry for another time. But as we ready up for the second half, the Maori Battalion, we're just waiting on them. But essentially a really good half. Maori Battalion just with a bit of a better marking positions and better strats, I'd say. Good teamwork, and that's what's helped them out.
For the Maori Battalion guys, we do have Zavrix on 12, Native joining him. We've got the Natus on the 10, Sub-Zero and Medic both on the 6. For the Soldiers of Freedom team, we do have the Taser Man on the big 12. We got the Sirius on the 11, Minsky on the 6, Jono on the 7, and Teki on the lonely 4. So we do, we do, apparently the cast is PG-15. So what does that mean?